Have you ever seen someone walk into a room and completely change the atmosphere without saying a single word? Not because they're the loudest person, not because they're trying to get attention, but because everyone suddenly notices them. Now imagine that person being surrounded by some of the most famous celebrities on the planet. People who spend every day around movie stars, athletes, musicians, and billionaires. People who almost never get starstruck. And yet, the moment Michael B. Jordan appears, everything changes. Questions get forgotten. Words stop making sense. People start laughing nervously. And sometimes, they completely lose their composure. What's even crazier? This has happened so many times that fans have started noticing a pattern. A very strange pattern. It's almost as if Michael B. Jordan has some kind of invisible superpower. Because no matter where he goes, no matter who's interviewing him, no matter how professional the setting is, someone always ends up blushing. Someone always gets flustered. And someone almost always becomes the newest viral clip on the internet. But here's what makes this story fascinating. Most people think they already know the answer. They assume it's because he's handsome. Sure, Michael B. Jordan has been called one of the most attractive men alive. Millions of people agree with that. But here's the problem. Hollywood is filled with attractive people. Every red carpet is packed with beautiful celebrities. Every blockbuster movie stars people who look like they were designed in a laboratory to be perfect. So if looks were the only explanation, why doesn't this happen to everyone else? Why do people react differently around Michael B. Jordan? Why do interviews suddenly become unforgettable? And why do even confident celebrities struggle to keep their cool around him? The answer has nothing to do with looks, and everything to do with presence. Because presence is one of the rarest qualities a human being can possess. You can't buy it. You can't fake it. And you definitely can't learn it overnight. But when someone has it, everyone feels it, even before they understand why. One of the best examples happened during a red carpet interview that spread across social media like wildfire. At first, everything seemed completely normal. The interviewer was smiling. The cameras were rolling. Questions were being asked. Business as usual. Then Michael B. Jordan walked over. And suddenly, it was like somebody unplugged her brain. She started laughing, lost her train of thought, forgot what she was about to ask, and for a moment looked like she was trying to remember how breathing worked. The internet loved every second of it. Not because she embarrassed herself, but because it felt real. For once, people weren't watching another polished celebrity interview. They were watching an authentic human reaction. And authenticity is something audiences can spot immediately. Think about it. When was the last time you saw a genuinely unscripted moment online? Something that wasn't rehearsed. Something that wasn't staged. Something that happened naturally. Exactly. They're rare. That's why those moments explode across the internet. People crave authenticity. Because authenticity reminds us that celebrities are human too. And that interview wasn't the last time it happened. Not even close. In fact, the deeper you look into Michael B. Jordan's career, the stranger the pattern becomes. Because it wasn't just interviewers. It wasn't just fans. It wasn't even just people who had crushes on him. The reactions started coming from fellow celebrities. Actors, comedians, talk show hosts, musicians, people who spend their lives surrounded by fame. And somehow Michael still managed to catch them off guard. Again, and again, and again. But before we get to those moments, we need to understand something important. Because Michael B. Jordan wasn't born into Hollywood royalty. He wasn't handed success. And he definitely didn't become one of the biggest stars in the world overnight. Long before the magazine covers, long before the sold-out premieres, and long before millions of people knew his name. He was just another young actor trying to make it. Audition after audition. Rejection after rejection. Uncertainty after uncertainty. The kind of struggle nobody sees once success finally arrives. And maybe that's exactly why he carries himself differently today. Because people who earn their success often appreciate it more. They understand what it took to get there. They remember the difficult days, the doubts, the sacrifices, the moments when nobody was paying attention. And that gratitude changes a person. It changes how they treat others. It changes how they handle fame. And most importantly, it changes how people feel when they're around them. Because here's something many people don't realize. The most charismatic people in the world aren't always the funniest, or the richest, or even the most attractive. The most charismatic people are usually the ones who make everyone else feel important. And that's where Michael B. Jordan seems different. People don't just enjoy watching him. They enjoy being around him. And that's a much rarer quality. One that can't be manufactured. One that can't be purchased. And one that explains why so many unforgettable moments were still waiting to happen. Because what happened next would turn simple interviews into viral sensations. Create some of Hollywood's most talked about celebrity reactions. And reveal why Michael B. Jordan has become one of the most magnetic personalities in entertainment.